Hey G's, hey people. As you can see, I'm going to be starting a new type of subject in on this channel where I talk about comic book characters that should be made into a movie. I want to start off with a bit of a lighter character. He's very well known, and that's Captain Marvel from DC Comics. A bit of backstory. Billy Batson, or Captain Marvel, he's an orphan. His parents were killed when he was very young uh, by none other than the Fiend himself, Black Adam, splitting him and his twin sister Mary. He soon had to live with his uncle, and he was later kicked to the streets because his uncle stole and hid his inheritance money, leaving him with nothing. He was tempted by an old, mysterious man to the subway. There, awaited to a most beautiful train with hieroglyphics. Um, there, as he got off, nearly going to the center of the earth, he met the wise wizard Shazam, who had watched Billy go through such hardships and still managed to rise on top. He was therefore given the high intellect of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina and invulnerability of Atlas, the raw untapped power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed and flight of Mercury, fastest of all gods. So when he says Shazam, his powers are bestowed upon him. Now, to this, I would change very little about this backstory. The things I would change to make it a little more relatable to, for now, um, since he's in a highly populated city, I'd make it somewhere in Indiana because it has a lot of skyscrapers. So you have to have skyscrapers if you're gonna have a superhero who flies. Come on, gotta have that. Now I won't make Billy a complete child, but I'll make him somewhere around his early teens. He and his sister were separated about the age of 3, so he's in his early teens, about 14. Although he is in and out of foster homes, he manages to take some time to learn a bit of martial arts and boxing from about an elderly man he's known for a few years, way back when he was first going to the orphanage. He likes to run away from the foster homes and be by himself. He may try to avoid confrontation, but he will step in if someone is being attacked or something's happening to them that they don't deserve. Well, one day he has a bad day at school. Kids pick on him, beat him up, and then his foster parents insult his dead parents. So he just walks out upset and just walks out. Later on that night, an elderly homeless man in need of help to catch his train asks Billy for help, and Billy, a nice guy he is, he does. Right before the old man is supposed to get on the train, he pushes Billy in, and he just stands there as Billy is transported, going at high speeds to the lower bowels of the earth, where the wizard Shazam resides, keeping the 7 enemies of man at bay. He is told by the wizard how he's watched him over years. Over the years, he's grown up, overcome evil, help people in need, and do what's right in general. This is also kind of an action comedy, so Billy says something funny like, "You've been watching me for how many years? Should I be scared that an old freaky wizard guy is watching me?" Then it gets kind of serious, but it's kind of funny as well. And Billy accepts. He's given the powers of the wizard Shazam and is turned into a new person with a new persona, Captain Marvel. Before he can properly train to use his powers, Black Adam returns from his exile and murders the wizard Shazam for doing so. Then he just channels um, power from the 7 enemies of man and uses that to try and find and destroy Billy. But he has to gain power because he just got back from exile, so he's very weak. So he has to gain power. So there would be a bit of a big confrontation, a big blowout They're when they do meet. But so there'd be some funny Black Adam jokes about, let's say, why do they call you Black Adam? Is there something Adam size about you? You know, kind of got that witty sense of humor, kind of like Spider-Man. Billy obviously gets beaten nearly to death, nearly to a pulp, and he tries to run. The wizard's ghosts come at nearly the end of the movie, and he tells him he must endure the wrath of Adam and rise above it, conquer Adam. And so he gets up. He comes back a little slow, and then he starts fighting really fast, moving really fast, blocking all the attacks. And then he says something like, "I get why I was chosen," things like that. And he is just moving too quick for Adam, and then he just uppercuts Adam like right into the middle of the sky and does a power slam with both fists in midair. And then he says, "Shazam!" He moves quickly, taking away Black Adam's power while he's on the ground, and that will be kind of the end. Then he would say a one-liner like, "I know why they call you Black Adam, because without your powers, you turn into atoms." No. This would be an awesome movie, awesome action comedy. I think, kind of like Kick-Ass, that kind of humor, or maybe a little more. But more Boy Scouty as well, because he does look up Superman, so does kind of have that Boy Scoutish persona to him. It would not be no CG crap like a movie that shall not be named with Ryan Reynolds. But anyway, SWAC. Yes, I just made this term up. SWAC. That means subscribe, watch, and comment. Oh, that's right. Shazam, Excelsior!